Hello guys, how are you doing? One person that is uh, questioning the Busola story is Reno Omokri. Reno is a semi-pastor stroke semi-ex Good Luck Jonathan Hyde. Okay, if you're a Nigerian, there's no how you will not know him. So Reno is questioning the stories critically, and he's getting a lot of attacks, but he's standing on his points. He said Pastor BIODUN FATOYINBO, he's being sarcastic now. He says Pastor BIODUN is slick, too slick for my liking. He now asks what type of slick man will rape an underage girl in her parents' house while her siblings are at home and then leave her to go get a drink from his car. Is this mass hypnosis? You understand? You so this is the question I've been asking, that this lady's story is not straightforward. Like, I would have loved to support her, but the story doesn't make sense. How do you tell me that a pastor came to your house, your elder sister or so was at home, pastor knocked on your own door, opened it, pushed you to the cushion and started raping you? Your elder sister that was in the other room, you never told her. You didn't scream. She didn't know. If it was a rape, at least the struggle alone would tell somebody in the other room. You get? At the end of the day, he still got up, dressed up, while you were sitting on the floor there on blood. He got up, left the house, went to his vehicle, collected soft drink, came to your room again and gave you to drink, and made you drink the whole soft drink. And he left. The sister did not know. You get what I'm saying? So immediately I heard the story. I heard that Timmy Dakolo's wife, Busola Dakolo, has exposed Pastor BIODUN FATOYINBO. I rushed to internet sharp. I wanted to go watch. All right, but when I now watched it, I was a little disappointed. Like, something is not straight. Something is not straight. It's like when you're getting an answer wrong in an exam. You have solved the whole 12 pages. By the time you arrive at your answer, you're no longer sure of the answer. So I'm starting. He gave 10 points. I want to start from the first one. So from the first one, he said, I have never liked Pastor BIODUN FATOYINBO of Koza Global for reasons that I will not say publicly. However, I am mature enough to divorce my emotions and be led by logic, and I counsel those now condemning him to do the same. This is exactly my position. I said it in the first video I made on this topic. I said, I don't like this man, all right? There was a day I used to criticize this man all the time, okay? And I still do. There was a day I analyzed the clothes he's wearing, and we went to Gucci site. If you've been following my channel from last year, you know now. We went to Gucci website and we checked the prices. Turned out that the clothes he's putting on, his shirt, his trouser, and his shoe, and the wristwatch was worth more than 1 million naira. You get what I'm saying? So I don't like the guy, but this particular story is not straightforward. Something is fishy. So I wish he did it like a thread. I would have liked to follow the thread. So that's number one. I think I should just zoom in and show you guys. Number two, he said the average black African is easily moved by hysteria, by excitable emotions. This is why it is ridiculously easy to manipulate Africans with the media. Satan does his best work with such people who can't suppress emotions in preference to logic. I kind of support this too, in a way that it is easy to manipulate. People don't think. The greater number of people don't think, and the masses don't think. Right? Most people don't even have that critical, analytical mind to look at something and say this thing is fishy. All right? Even though I will not demonize the lady, because she might be right. Maybe she didn't tell the story the proper way it happened. Okay? Maybe in her next interview, she's going to tell a story that will fix all the loopholes. Okay? But based on this particular one she just said, there are several loopholes there. So many. Okay, said 3. Think. Don't emote. A pastor comes to your house early in the morning. He knocks. He does not know who will open when he knocks or who is at home. He knocks and immediately you open, he pushed you to a chair and raped you in your pajamas. Do people think? You understand? And you know, those days there were no what do you call it now? There were no car, there were no phones. So if the pastor does not know that your house will be empty, how come he came with Pepsi? That means he's carrying is it Pepsi or Crest? That's the name of the drink. That means he's carrying Crest all along in his car. In case of any day he rapes someone, he can now quickly go to his car and get Crest. Like, seriously? Doesn't make sense. The story, the interview doesn't make sense. He said, even the most useless movie director won't accept such a plot in a B-rated Hollywood, Nollywood, Bollywood movie. A movie has to have plausibility. I don't like Pastor Fatoyinbo, but I won't suspend my intellect because of my dislike of the fellow. After he allegedly raped you, you kept quiet for enough time for him to go to his car and get a soda drink for you. It does not add up. My dislike for Fatoyinbo won't make me become a slanderer by default. This story rings very false. This exactly, it's just like this man watched my video, but then he said it before I made the video. Alright, I'm just saying this even before I made the video. This is exactly my position. There are so many question marks in the story she told. If it was rape, how come when he got up and left the house, you didn't leave? You didn't even move to the next room to tell your sibling. You were there, he came back with a drink that was already open and you started drinking it. How come somebody that raped you is giving you a drink and you are taking the drink? What if it's poison? You get what I'm saying? What if it's poison? Okay? I'm an advocate of morality. I publicly preach against premarital and extramarital sex. I pastored a congregation in Abuja for years. I will never ever support rape. But Satan is going about like a roaring lion seeking whom to consume. Pastor BIODUN FATOYINBO is slick, too slick. Okay, that's the first one I read. This one is 8. He said, do we black Africans of the Nigerian variety think at all? Do we only exist in the soulish realm? I have a master's in law from England. The story cannot stand in court. The story cannot stand up in the light of cross-examination. I give you my word that if you gave Satan 10 minutes to manipulate the minds of Nigerians, he will get a sizable number of Nigerians to believe that Jesus is evil and the Satan is good. We are too gullible, excitable, and emotional. So the reason he's kind of fighting back here is because people have been attacking him. Alright? So people have been attacking him. If you go to the comments, you see most people have been launching attacks on him. I stand with you. Okay, so this one blocked. So this one has blocked him because of his opinion. Okay. So this one said, let the pastor speak. We wanted him to talk during S.A. Walter's story. Uncle entered voicemail. One thing personally, okay, from my own opinion, one reason why the uncle entered voicemail in the case of S.A. Walters was that S.A. Walters did not come out saying that it was a rape case. You understand? She just came out saying, I and pastor dated. You get? And she might have evidence of that. So it's not a court case issue unless it was totally false and pastor decides to come out. But if you accuse somebody of rape, rape is a crime. Rape is a crime under Nigerian law. You get? And you never know, this one might not have evidence, and you never know who else will come out and they might have evidence. So I think in this, in case you don't know, the pastor has already replied. I made another video where he said that he's suing, or he has already sued the lady. He has consulted his lawyers and they have filed a lawsuit. So look at the kind of replies he's getting. In the end, I hope your daughter doesn't get to experience this. You know? Okay, now the rape happened 22 years ago. Why wait till a few weeks after your husband cheated him to reveal this? And gullible Nigerians are over. So the thing is that somebody else accused the husband of starting a website on broken.ng. Let me even go to the website. So they started a website. So before they even went to the media, according to the person, his name is Wale Jana on Instagram. He said that they started a website. When I visited on broken.ng, it redirected to notinmychurch.ng. Look at it. Notinmychurch.ng. And you see, I believe that God loved the pastor more than me, so I kept quiet. Busola Dakolo. Okay. So you can take your time to read about this. But somebody accused them of having started this website just because of just for publicity of what they wanted, the venture they wanted to start. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna stop here. You let me know what you think, and I'll keep you guys updated on how things are developing on the case. In case you don't know, the pastor has said that he's filing a lawsuit. He has consulted his lawyers, and they'll be filing a lawsuit. And he said that he has never raped anybody, even though he did not say that they have never dated. You know, that's two different things. He's not saying I have never dated this woman. What he's saying is that I have never raped anybody. That's what he said in the press release. But I'll give you guys, I'll keep you guys updated, all right, as the time goes. Thank you very much. See you.